Hello and welcome to PMP certification course offered by Simplilearn. In this lesson, we will focus on project time management. There are 47 processes in project management grouped into 10 knowledge areas and mapped to 5 process groups. In this lesson, we will look at the third knowledge area, that is, project time management and its processes. Let us begin with the first topic of this lesson. Project time management. The purpose of project time management is to ensure that the projects get completed on time. This knowledge area is primarily concerned with developing a project schedule and ensuring that project goes as per the agreed schedule. If there is a need to change the project schedule, the change should happen by following a proper change control procedure. Another term used in the PMP examination is Schedule Management Plan. Schedule Management Plan is part of the Project Management Plan and has information on the planned project schedule and its management and control. Let us discuss the key activities of project time management in the next screen. The key activities that are part of the project time management include identifying activities, estimating time and resources, and sequencing activities. It is important to identify a list of activities that would be a part of the project. Next, an estimation of time and resources required for completing the identified activities are done. Finally, these activities need to be sequenced as per the dependencies. In the next screen, let us discuss project schedule. Project schedule represents the time dimension of the project plan and has information like when the project would start, when each of the project activities would happen, in what order the project activities would happen, when project would be completed, etc. Usually, software system is used to develop the project schedule. The project team can enter the list of activities in the software, as well as their dependencies, and the software can produce the project schedule as the output. Microsoft Project is the most popular tool used for project schedule development. Generally, project schedule is considered similar to project management plan. Project management plan is different from project schedule. Project management plan not only has information about the project schedule, but also other important project-related plans, like risk management plan, cost management plan, etc. Let us focus on Gantt Chart in the next screen. Gantt Chart is a type of bar chart that illustrates a project schedule. It shows the dependencies between the project activities as well as their percent completion. A sample Gantt chart is shown on the screen. 2 summary elements of the work breakdown structure are depicted. To complete those elements, there are a number of activities under them. Some of these activities have dependencies. For example, Activity B and C have a dependency. Activity C can start only when Activity B is completed. The chart gives you an idea about when specific activities are planned to finish and when the overall WBS element will get delivered. Create tasks and work with the Gantt chart. This will make answering Gantt chart-based questions easy and fun. In the next screen, let us understand the relationships that exist among project activities. Network diagram is extensively used in the project time management knowledge area to plot the activity dependencies. This is a graphical representation of the project activities in the form of a network. There are 2 ways to draw a network diagram. In Precedence Diagramming Model, PDM, or Activity on Node, AON, boxes represent activities and the arrows indicate the dependency. This type of network can have all 4 types of relationships between the activities. In Arrow Diagramming Model, ADM, or Activity on Arrow, AOA, the arrows represent activities. The relationships and sequences can be inferred from the direction of the arrows and linkages between the activities. In such types of network, only finish-to-start relationships can be shown. Such diagrams may need to make use of dummy activities to indicate some dependency between the activities. There may be questions in the PMP exam based on the network diagram, so create and work with the diagram. This will make answering network diagram-based questions easy and fun. In the next screen, let us look at a network diagram. A sample network diagram is shown on the screen. Activities A and C can happen in parallel. B and D require both A and C to complete, whereas E requires both B and D to complete. Activity on arrow network diagram makes use of hammock activities. They are used to show a comprehensive summary activity combining several other activities underneath for control and reporting purposes. In the next screen, let us look at a few important terms in time management. When a successor activity can start before the predecessor activity can complete, it is considered lead. For example, you can start preparing the test environment 2 weeks before the development activity finishes. When the successor activity has to wait for a few days after the predecessor activity has been completed, it is considered lag. For example, one needs to wait for 2 days for the foundation to settle before work on the pillars for the next floor starts. Rolling wave planning is an iterative planning technique in which the work to be accomplished in the near term is planned in detail, while the work in the future is planned at a higher level. It is a form of progressive elaboration. In the context of estimating techniques, analogous estimating is based on the previous project data. Therefore, if the last 5 similar projects took 6 months to complete, the next one will also take 6 months. This technique employs expert judgment. Another estimating technique is parametric estimating. This technique uses a mathematical model to calculate projected time for an activity based on the historical records from previous projects and other information. A few common parameters are identified based on the previous project data, and that parameter is used to predict the time required to complete the next activity or project. For example, you can normally complete 10 kilometers of highway construction lanes a week. Effort is the total amount of work required to complete the activity. Duration is the amount of time it takes in terms of elapsed or calendar days. If you have an activity that requires 10 people to work for 5 days, the total effort is 50 person days, but the duration is only 5 days.
Hey, want to become an expert in project management? Then subscribe to the Simplilearn channel and click here to watch more such videos. To nerd up and get certified in project management, click here.